It is a wondrous day, full of challenges and decisions. There's a deep, deep move of God. A lot of things are happening. Dawn is breaking. Sun is stealing away the clouds and the darkness. People are coming to a better understanding of the meaning of life than they've ever had. Wonderful. Yeah. We need some dark. We need some blue sky. Yes, we do. Oh, I saw a painting this week, and I took a picture of it. That's what I'd like to paint. Something a little different than usual. Something I haven't seen before.
Hi, Jimmy.
Not on that phone. Must be on my other phone. All right. There it is. How about we're going to do... Well, we probably can't do that because you can't take what's on a 36-inch canvas and put it on an 8-inch canvas. So... We're going to go dark at the top. And we're going to do a stripe in there. And then some more dark. And we'll hit that stripe of white again right above it. Right there. And the dark. I need a deeper blue. Oh, I know it's not. I don't think it's true navy. Is it true navy?
He wants to know, how's Joy and Donny doing today?
Well, sometimes people say, "How are you?" All they really want to hear is, "I'm fine." So
Donny's having a trial of patience.
I am in the trial of patience right now.
He's not sure why.
Well, you kind of wonder which one did I make a mistake? Did somebody else make a mistake? Where did I deep navy? Let's see if that's a newer one. Where'd you go? I just had my... There you are. It's exciting to take a white canvas and give it an assignment of life. Each one of us are a canvas in many ways. That's the color I was looking for. And each one of us has to look and obey a type of a canvas of light. And we have to bear the ingredients that sometimes come our way, the ingredients that don't agree with us on what we think should be happening, ingredients that we don't agree with at all. But it's part of dealing with everything that has to do with life. And, as soon as we get done with it, there's something else anyway. It's not like, oh, well, once we're over this, it's smooth sailing. No, there's no smooth sailing till heaven. No smooth sailing till heaven. Ah, that's what that is. Okay. What I'm doing here is I'm trying not to touch areas that are going to be a different color, so that I don't have to worry so much about that bleed over and all of that I get sometimes when I'm in a hurry and trying to get something done. And so we are. Okay. That brush goes in the water. I like what was happening up here. Definitely like what was happening up here. I lost it. So we're going to back here and pull this back up a little bit. And we're going to, the one I'm missing, I just bought it, was English Navy. And it has rolled away like the stone. I haven't been able to find English Navy. Blimey, where's the bloody English Navy? Where's the bloody Navy? What's a bloody? Ah, England. Right outside the gates of Garden Eden, Dark blue gray. We'll check that. See if that does what we're looking for. No, that's not it. Blimey. Award blue. Hmm. And I don't know if we can even use this brush now. We use it to make the land. Down. Yep, we lost that brush. It got in the wrong paint. we're going to take the blue back up. And we're going to pull in those clouds. And we're going to bring them in. Okay. Yes. Okay, now, so we're gonna draw a line right here as the clouds go. And then there it goes right there. There we go. And then we pull in our lighters here. Each layer almost unrecognizable. I almost feel disappointed myself sometimes. Like, well, this isn't going anywhere. No, this isn't doing anything. But then all of a sudden, you'll do something. You'll hit something. You'll cross a certain line and get to where you didn't even know you were going. And that happens kind of accidentally sometimes. You are trying to pull together a light gray, a dark gray, a blue, and bring in that distant look where all of a sudden everything starts coming together. And then all of a sudden you say, oh my goodness, there it is. There it is. Looking for you. Looking for you. You bring in that brush and you turn that brush, and next thing you know, there you've cut a line, made a difference. All you had to do was get out there and try. All you had to do is start, think, and keep pushing into those colors and keep pushing into that situation. And then you draw a line. And I see like this snow peak right here. The snowy peak of some sort, like and I think, oh, that's when I need to do the blade. Always make sure your blade is smooth and clean. Otherwise, it'll give you a rough edge. There it is. See, and then you pull down. And then you grab that and pull down. And then you hit that peak again and pull down. Right there. Pull down. Right there. Right there. Right there. Mark the top. Mark that top edge right there. Pull that out. Pull that out. Now, before I pull this way up here, again, down, down, down. Something. Gotta get down. Let's see. All right, it's close. Mix a little bit of white and gray together. Wait. Pull that right in there too. Yeah, there you go. See that little white? Pull that white right in there with it. Right there, and then we'll bring this one back the other way, because this is like a ravine or a mountain pass. Take that one. Oh, that's good. That way? Nope, that way. Aha, now we'll bring this down. So that'll be kind of like the mountains coming down into our lake here. And we'll bring, we'll go across and down, across, down, across, down. There you go. That little bit of a cross piece right there, we'll just stretch that out right there. Very good. Okay. And the reason I went to that trouble is because I want to build a more sky. Oh, sorry, I got froze up here. Well, what's going on here is the wrong color, or there's the wrong brush. Let's go ahead and do the wrong brush. What we're going to do now, is we're now going to separate these distance, and I get so stuck things. That's where I put them. There they are. I can see that that's not quite dark enough right there. See, that helps. That helps right there to put in some a little bit darker right along this ridge line here. And then here, maybe up here. All right. And we can take this off into the distance here. That needs a little bit of white. Well, maybe we should take that up right there. Yeah, that did it. Yeah, see that? Okay, now that turned a corner right there. So the white and the blue, we're going to do the white and the blue again. Just to bring it up, we're going to take that exact combination here and put it right here. Okay. Yep, that's good. Maybe even right here. Put it right there too. That'll enhance our landscape. And take the darker, and that darker here. Add that little bit of darker blue and white with our blade. We are turning the direction of the painting a little bit there. Mm-hmm. That blue right there is very good. We've got to bring that like here somewhere and show how that progresses across. All right, that's good. Now, oops, that's not good. I get so focused, I don't even see. I've had that happen when I was painting a house or something like that. I'd look behind me and there'd be a mess. And I'm like, who made that mess? And then I'd clean it up and I'd turn around and then it was behind me again. You know, I was like, oh no, what am I doing? Because I'd be so focused on what was in front of me, I couldn't comprehend something else was going wrong somewhere else. Oh. All right, so the reason we're doing that is because we are cutting right across here. Right across here. And what we're doing here is get my sleeve out of my paint. Draw my brush out. Got to just try it again. Push into the white. And I'm taking these clouds across the screen. And off into the mountains there. I guess we're going to have to cross over this too. Of course, I do still have that brush in the blue. Nope, guess not. That is not the right one. Okay, it's all right. We've got a lot going on ahead of us here. So we are putting these clouds like they're coming across our scene. And we'll just paint over that blue. See, and then we'll lightly touch them. See, we just lightly. Okay, then we put a few strands, a few bumps. A few bumps in there. Clouds aren't perfect. And we bring those clouds over here. Finger that's a little separated out here. Like that. Even that mistake is actually a good idea because it's going to make a shadow for me. It's shadowing my clouds. All right, I'm going to leave my clouds alone for a few minutes and then come back and pull them out when they dry a little bit. Okay. So cloud brush goes there. Okay, that brush goes there. Cloud brush. That brush. Right. Anything can change at any time. It could happen that I'm doing something completely different. Always stay open to whatever comes to your mind. The royal blue and the dark navy are into shadow. This is the bottom and the underneath of the clouds here. I'm trying to get underneath those clouds. And with a blue, darker blue. And is creeping in over here. Okay. Now, okay. Oh. Okay. Just roll my paint right in my paintbrush right in the yellow paint. I think that's why painters keep their paints in a palette in their hand and out of the way. Because when you lay it on the table in front of you, you do what I just did and totally wreck your day. Luckily, with paint, you can get over it quickly. Because I put out my paints, the colors that I wanted to use, and then wouldn't you know, I ran right into them, ran them over, messed them up.
Hello, Cher.
Sure.
Smoky Mountain Man. Sorry I wasn't saying hello to you all because I was busy with Amazon. Hi, Nancy, our treasured home. Hi, Toby, the funeral host.
Hey.
I apologize.
Are you still busy
Hi,
doing
Lisa.
taxes, Toby?
I was busy. I'll tell you what I was doing. I got my trail cams through Amazon, and this is why I like to deal with Amazon, because they do everything they can to either refund you or make sure you get a replacement if you want a replacement. I wanted a replacement because I think those trail cams will be good. One of them came with a hairline crack where the lock area is, and I was concerned that with animal activity or cold temperatures or whatever, that could break where the lock goes. And since it's brand new, I wanted it replaced. I didn't want to risk having an issue later. The other one, if you watched my video today of the trail cam unboxing, at the end of the video, everything recorded on the trail cam was pink, like it had a pink filter on it. And it was like, what in the world is this? We could not figure it out. And so I posted my video to social media asking people, do you know trail cams? Do you know what is happening? Can you help me? And turns out somebody said, I wonder if you can find information online about it. And so I looked up on YouTube, and of course, when I looked up that particular camera and the pink recording and stuff like that, I mean, most of the thing just showed somebody unboxing them and giving a review of that camera. But I did find this one video that was actually a trail cam manufacturer, and he said, if your video on your daytime is pink, or if your nighttime is like black and there's no light at all, then your IR filter is bad in the camera. Now, this is a brand new camera, and it came out of the box recording this way, pink. He said, now, it usually will not be both of those issues. It'll usually either happens at day or at night. And the IR filter, he said, is not opening. So I thought, okay, well, it needs to go back then. I don't need to keep. I've been emailing the company, the manufacturer, trying to get their assistance to figure it out, and they didn't seem to have an answer for me yet on the pink, recording. So Amazon, I was just talking to a representative at Amazon in the chat, and they said they've noted my account, and they're noting it so that I will get 2 replacement cameras. They said I can refund you. I said I don't really, and they say you can then buy more cameras. I said I don't want to do that because I bought them on sale, and they're not on sale anymore. And it was like $20 less per camera, right? Because it was $130 on Amazon, and it was $110 on sale on Amazon. But the company, if you buy it off their website, is $150. So I just wanted to send me new replacements. So the Amazon person said that they will make sure that I get the replacements. And I said, because they give me these instructions, for me to contact the company. And if I don't hear back from them, they'll make sure that something is done. But I said, well, I have to ask my hubby to do that, because I said I'm high functioning autistic, and that is like that kind of stuff is stressful for me. So I have to ask my hubby to contact them himself for me. They emailed directions on what to do. Jim said, when you get rid of the carbohydrates, you do not get hungry.
Same with corn syrup.
And Cher is hoping and wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Cher says her knee is telling her rain is on the way. Smoked Mountain Man is saying, happy Valentine's Day. We love because he first loved us. God demonstrated his love for us, and that while we were yet sinners, Jesus died for us. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. I don't know if I said hi yet. Jimmy said that he used to have arthritis and stuff like that, but he stopped eating vegetables and nightshade plants. And that's what I was telling Donny earlier about nightshade plants, which are like any of your peppers have nightshades, and tomatoes have nightshades, and there's a lot more that have nightshades. And he said that once he stopped doing that, all of his arthritis stopped.
Seeing some beautiful undergrowth here. And bringing in a tree. I wonder if my right enough back in to make a. Yeah, looks like I got. Some more. Bring in some more. Yeah, so each one of those. That brush is too big.
Bear said it won't be great for the Pink Panther. Well, I was like thinking, right was Valentine's Day, but I didn't make it pink on purpose. That's the way it recorded. And then I continued to record throughout the week, then just to see if it would have been different, and it wasn't different. It did the same thing.
Yeah, we gave it another try and reset everything, figured we made a mistake. And
but I think the recording video of it will be really nice. I've seen some videos with this particular camera, and I watched some YouTube channels that reviews. They do reviews of all kinds of things. And they recommended this one for video quality. Which is important to me. I want to put out a good video quality. Hey, Lisa, are you still in here? Tomorrow is Lisa's anniversary. Everybody that's in the chat, maybe can say happy anniversary, Lisa. Yeah, she said, yes, I'm here. She said she thinks she's going to dinner with Mom and Jim. Cher says, happy anniversary, Lisa. Smoky Mountain Man said, happy anniversary, Lisa. Lisa said, thank you. I need to be quiet.
yeah, you know what's going on. I'm seeing lots of things happening. Sometimes you have to pick the painting up at what you're looking for. That's an interesting combination of gray and red, and making some distant trees and little isthmus out into the lake. Some kind of kind of waiting for my trees to dry.
Smoky Mountain Man said, "How great is the love that the Father has lavished upon us, that we could be called the children of God, and that is what we are."
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. So I was talking to a friend, someone I just recently met, introduced to, and maybe even work with at some point. And when he told me what his problem he had, he had a problem or an issue in life, I switched to myself on advice. And sometimes you can give people advice, and sometimes it's better to give a testimony of yourself. Um, when someone's frustrated and they don't know what to do, yeah, give them advice. But if they have life in order and they're just kind of like telling you haphazardly, not even, like I'm expecting you to come up with the answer kind of thing. They're just kind of, saying, "Hey, I'm dealing, I'm dealt with this." Then what you can say is your own testimony. But if, of course, if it's, like they don't know what to do, then give them advice. So I ended up talking about my situation, and I learned something in a way that I hadn't really thought of before. I'm probably going to do some teaching on it because people are worried about their actions with God and that God is going to get them for their actions. And I was trying to explain that no, God is not concerned with the action. He's concerned with the source. He's not going to give you an aspirin. He's not looking for you to have aspirin concerning your situation. He's looking for the answer that will stop it. So, like for instance, you have just a simple word like DAMN, and you want to stop saying that, which is something that I've worked on in my life and had greater success at sometimes than others. And because I've had a frustrating week, I've been hearing that word a lot in my mind, and it's can't say that I didn't say it, but it never came out um, in high intensity frustration, although I was very frustrated. And I was trying to explain to him, and I really needed to hear it myself, that God's not, the saying the word is already forgiven. It's a sin to say a cuss word. It's a sin to say a curse word. It's you're missing it. You're not speaking what you should be speaking. You are inviting even more trouble by speaking it. So, but you see, God is not going to wash your mouth out with soap. He's looking to wash your soul and your frustration out that triggers that word. God is seeking to um, pull the wires up and find the short. Like when electricity, is not working right in your house, you have to find where the short is, where the electricity is not going and where it should be going. And he pulls these wires and he begins to inspect these wires, and we get a little intimidated because he might open up a wall. And at first we're hurt and we're angry, but then we realize it was a rotten wall. And he's fixing it, even though it looked good with a coat of paint. What was behind it was wrong. And so God is not looking to uh, discipline you and strike you down for something you said or done. He's looking for you to submit to him and say, what's the source? Why is this word coming to my mind? Why is this anger coming into my heart? Why am I trying to be a revenge? Why am I thinking of revenge? Why am I thinking of why am I wanting to curse and let these words out of my mouth as though it will make me feel better? And that's true too. Whether any kind of addiction, any kind of chemical that we use that's not healthy for us, that's addictive, does have a positive side to it when we first use it. And that's why we get stuck with it, because at first, saying that cuss word, letting out that anger, it's relief. Why, I'm just going to let this anger go. I'm not going to hold it inside, not realizing that by letting it out, oh, yeah, it feels good for a minute, but all you really did was feed it and give it more strength. And then now it's going to come back even stronger, even harder. and more determined to be manifested, almost like a parasite. Like a guy I work with, it's like I was even like addicted to anger. I would use anger to get me up in the morning. I would use anger to get things done. I would say, "Oh yeah, I'll show you," and then I would get things done. I would um, start to really move. Um, if I was being lazy or slow, I would pick up the speed, and I would be, anger was my coffee. Anger was caffeine. Go ahead.
And when you say revenge, your only revenge really is like if you got mad and punched an inanimate object, like you would punch the wall or the garbage can or the car or something like that. Like
Yeah, because I wanted to hurt somebody. Taking it out on an inanimate object,
not a human being. He would just smack the car or
make lots of noise, make her jump, thinking that I'm releasing this, and now I'm going to feel better. And then, no, it did not help at all. It did not do anything except feed it and make it even stronger.
Man said, "Amen." Jesus shed his blood to cover and pay for all sin, past, present, and future. And Char said, "I couldn't wait till Valentine's Day to be married. We celebrated 38 years on February 8th." And Jimmy said, "I got you by 3 years, Cher." Cher said, "We are great to hear. We were blessed." We said, "Yep, we are."
Good to be friends.
So that man said, "I'm going to my first Rockies on Thursday. I'm so excited." Because he's going on a little road trip to visit family. And so he's passing through an area that actually has a Buc-ee's.
Yep. I see the signs. I still don't get it. Still don't get it.
It's like a phenomenon.
It's a cult following.
Hello, the Jewish redneck pepper. How are you?
Looks good. That turned out good. We're going to leave that alone. I don't know if anybody's ever watched the painting was perfect, and then all of a sudden he drew a tree right over him, exactly what you thought was the prettiest part of the painting. Like, why did you do that. And so I think of that once in a while when I'm painting, like, oh, you might have to paint over that. Oh, I don't have to paint over that get to communicate what I'm trying to communicate. Yeah, it's a I'm trying to get something to happen with this short, and it doesn't want to cooperate, and I'm not sure if I'm using the wrong brush. I'm going to try something else here and see if that doesn't bring. Okay, there we go. That helped. That helped. That's better. We could even bring this down a little bit more into the right here. Let's go ahead and close in the grass. They have epic mountains, clouds in the distance. We've got something right there that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so we're gonna. There you go. Touch that a little bit. That looks better. Maybe if I took a really dry brush and some white and some dry and dried it out. Really dried out the brush. Just a little bit of white and then rub the white into the brush and try to get it. Oh, I know, a little water too. That's probably what it needs, a little water. Let's see if we can't bring in just a wisp of a cloud right there. And then bring it together like that. Okay, and then hit that with our finger. Push it in a little bit. Fade it a little. Give it a little bit more. Really lightly. Really lightly. Yeah. Just a little bit right there. Maybe these peaks should pop up a little bit into those clouds so that. See, that's not quite dark enough. See, that's not still not quite dark enough.
Jimmy said I love the painting.
Thank you. Brought to you by My Best Guess.
Cher said the painting is looking awesome.
Okay, that goes in the water. And we're going to pull out we're going to do a little bit of water work here. Since there's just a little bit of green. So we get just a little bit of wave action here. Just a little bit of wave action. Now up here, I'm going to come across. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Oh. And what was happening was I was finding that I did not need to be condemned for the word I said, for the anger I felt, for missing the mark. And not that I wasn't admitting that, I'm sorry, God, I'm disappointing, but he was not concerned. He was thinking more about how I got there. What was it that was frustrating me? What was it that was irritating me? It's not the um, what you take in, it's what comes, Jesus says, what comes out of a man that defiles him. See, and I don't want to be, have the gift of speaking and the gift of storytelling, but yet I'm
They were talking in reference of like what you eat when it means into.
Yeah, when Jesus was talking,
it wasn't talking about like if you take in wrong things through your eyes, ears, and whatever, because you need to do that. It was talking about in the day in the scripture what a man eats, because they used to think if you eat something,
didn't wash the bowl first,
then it would defile you back in those days. And so that's why the scripture says what you take in doesn't defile you, as in eating, but what comes out of your mouth is what defiles. Hi, Brenda, Freedom.
And so
Redbird.
Jesus was encouraging me that, the word doesn't bother him. What bothers him is that I'm frustrated. And I need to conquer what it is that's getting me frustrated. I need to begin to deal with things that are causing that frustration, you know. Um, and I don't mean like, if your child is frustrating you, you get rid of your child. But you see, the way that, I know something too, as I said to him, I said, um, some people know how to push your buttons. Some people have this ability that they just know where your buttons are. And I said, God is not worried about your reaction to pushing the buttons. He is concerned about getting those buttons out of you so that no matter what they try, whatever they say, you are able to move past it and not react to it. And just like me, I react differently now with joy to things that used to frustrate me, because I know now that it's not something that she plans on or does just to irritate me, but it is part of the thing that she deals with, and I need to share in her dealing with it, not be irritated. Even today, I was wrong, you know, and how I spoke to her, and um, just have to repent, and I have to, no, and we're all human beings. We need to deal with things. All right, I think my trees are ready for their leaves. I think we've made all of this pretty much.
Are you going to make it like fall, because since there's snow on the mountains behind you?
Well, no, not particularly. I wasn't thinking about doing fall colors.
on the leaves. I meant.
Yeah, on the leaves. So wasn't really thinking about that. Oh.
Even if you do green, I would maybe add just a little color on it so that it looks like it's
Some golds
a
and
little fall is coming into the
Mhm.
lower levels because those mountains in the background are very wintry.
Well, they're also very high up. They're much higher up too.
What's that clouds up there at the top?
No, this is mountains at the top, and then the clouds are across the ocean. This is the ocean. This is an ocean out here, and then this is like a lagoon. Comes from that ocean. But I don't really know how to paint that to look exactly like I want, unfortunately.
Brenda said the spruce trees stay green, I think. There are some trees here in the mountains that, if you look at my video that I did of the winter, and it was just out recently and stuff, it had completely green. They were actually leaves on this.
Mm-hmm.
On this one tree, and it was completely green, even though everything around it was frozen, snowy.
Yeah, we don't understand that.
I don't know what kind of tree that was, but
the antifreeze tree, the defrost. All right.
somebody was in my comments and was giving us, Donny and I, kudos, saying that she really appreciated the fact that if we get a name wrong, we'll just say that. We'll just say if we say a word wrong, we'll just admit it and move on. And we'll just like, I don't know how to say that. We might say something like that. And she said that she really liked that about Joy Blessed Life channel, that we just admit if we say the words wrong and go on instead of trying to fake it like you're saying it right.
Well, what do you mean? I'm not admitting to anything.
Appreciate the fact that we do admit if we say the word.
Yeah, I'm not admitting to anything. Who did that?
I guess, people can relate to you if you're not perfect and you don't try to fake it like you are.
Yeah, that helps you marry the right person too. They don't change after you marry them because they let you know everything ahead of time. Ooh.
Don't go up higher.
No, that looks good.
Cover.
Yeah, that's really good right there. And then I think you're right. I need to do a little yellow. It's gonna
Thanks
be.
for joining us, Jimmy.
Oh, don't leave until it's over. I don't mean because I need you here, but I don't want you to miss the reveal here. I'm almost done.
Aren't you?
I'm almost got it. Almost got it. All we're gonna do now is a little bit of gold. A little bit of gold.
Probably needs to sleep, so you don't.
Yeah, well, everybody has to go sometime, just not during my painting.
Don't. No, don't.
Oh, well, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'll be fine. Ah, yep, we love you. And we are so happy that you're even able to join us and that you want to come, and that we appreciate that so much.
Because you're already over your hour.
Okay, I'm already over my hour.
Yeah.
So night, night, everybody.
15 minutes.
Not bad, not bad. I think we need just a little bit of that red. And we're going to spread the red out with the blade. Let it mix a little bit. And then we're going to touch it to our tree leaf maker. And then touch a few red in there. Just a little bit.
Brenda said, just a suggestion, where the bottom mountain meets the sea in the background, I think you should show a little more water opening with the scattered clouds, because I had to study it to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
Where those two mountains are meeting right there.
A little bit more blue right there so that you can tell there's it's not a closed lake, but an opening to the ocean. Is that what she's saying?
It looked like snow on the water instead of clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Don't know how quickly I can come up with that color again.
We said it's beautiful. Smoky Mountain Man said, to me it looks like Douglas Lake with the Smokies in the background, which is outside the national park, so you are okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find a lot more places outside the national park. But I'm gonna.
I'm looking for the tiny brush. And I'm looking for the blue.
Above the bottom mountain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where it looks like snow above the bottom mountain. It looks like you're.
Yeah, this is clouds.
I know, but it looks like snow to us. It doesn't look like clouds. This looks like snow.
Mm.
You need to make that look like water. It doesn't look like clouds.
Right. Right, it doesn't. You know what I was supposed to do that I forgot to do is I was supposed to put the bottom of these dark mountains under the clouds so that the clouds were going like a ring over the mountain. Boy, isn't that beautiful? Look at the reflections. These are closer. These are farther away. Boy.
You want to finish it later? Or, I mean, off camera?
Oh, well, we're out of time. We're out of time.
Brenda said it's beautiful, though.
Yeah, another thing. See, now, if I take this blue here and I cut right in here and I connect these two colors,
So you're making a waterfall.
And I put let's see, a little bit more dark. Doesn't really have to be a waterfall. It could just be an opening between the two bodies of water that I was putting around the corner. Not that they're different level.
I would make that. Take that cloud out of there, unless you want to make it scattered clouds or something, because it does not look like it looks like snow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand.
Hey, Lake, how you doing? Just passing through from work. Happy Valentine's Day. Brenda said, looks like a glacier instead of clouds. Instead of a little blue. Yep, that's what he's doing now. Brenda said, getting better all the time.
I'm having a hard time matching the water. I had used so many colors to make that water just right. I'm not able to find the combination that I had. I have to continually adjust it, try to fade it in.
You'd have to put a little bit of wouldn't you put a little bit of white on the fall there, because it's a ripple? But you might want to do that when it's dry. You know what I mean? You're creating a ripple where the water's falling there. little.
Right, but I'm thinking it's not a waterfall. It's a channel. This is a channel between two bodies of water, not a waterfall between two bodies of water. And it must be white. Gotta add some white.
Lake said, "Don't forget to paint me in riding a wave."
Always a heckler.
Brenda said she's not trying to be critical in any way. She's not a painter. She's just
Yes.
making a suggestion.
Yes. That's good. Yeah, we're not into the hecklers. I'm just not able to find that old color.
Lake says, I'll be one of those happy accidents in the painting.
Yes. That I can get. That I can do. No problem. I can give you happy accident anytime you want. I have not opened up your gift. I've been using my study Bible, but I have not been using the watercolors yet. I've had a little bit of training with watercolors, but not much. And I'm a little scared, you know.
You'd have to go back and watch that video, training video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, not that I'm disappointed or anything. I'm just, oh my goodness, when am I going to do this? You know, because watercolors are beautiful.
Share for the painting in the chat.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Thank you for so much for coming in.
I think he's almost done anyway. Hey, Suzanne. The lake and the ocean don't need to be the same color. The ocean is deeper water. Looking good.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's got a good point there. But I think maybe you're right. I should make it a waterfall just because I don't know how to do anything else.
Said Freedom Donny is the artist and he paints it as the Lord gives it to him.
Yeah, that's true.
He does need to take a few art lessons though, so that he can
get over the hump.
Yeah, and it would help him to paint quicker too, because when he took some lessons and learned how to do it, he wouldn't second guess himself as much, and he could get it on the canvas quicker.
Amen. We like that idea. Okay, I think I found pretty close to that color. I feel like if I made it wider, it would look more like a channel and less like a waterfall. So I know that waterfall would help identify what's going on. But there really aren't waterfalls in the ocean. Waterfalls are rivers and lakes, not oceans. Okay. There, I widened, and I'll do more some other time. When the paint dries, I'm figuring out which color is which, and trying to get everybody to match and come together.
All right. Thank everyone for being here.
Thank you all for being here during my trial. And remember, God's concerned about the source, not about the exclamation point that you made. That you know, He's not looking to wash your mouth out with soap. He's looking to wash your heart out with love. Good night. Good night. We love you so much. Bless you.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
good night. Good night.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yep. My wife got a real card, not a virtual card.